Jupiter in Capricorn, personality traits and how it affects your life. A Jupiter Capricorn is a traditionalist in the best sense of the word. They trust the future because they know they will actively shape it. This can make them seem conservative, as they like to plan out their steps very carefully. They conserve their time and talents for what they want most in life. Their strength is in their faith that with hard work and patience, you can reach your goals. And they don't waste time on goals that are unrealistic or lead to flash-in-the-pan success. They're often found in careers that take time to build and have status in the community. When they hold to their own high standards, they excel and find Jupiter's rewards. A key word for Jupiter Capricorn is mastery. Is this your Jupiter sign? Find your own sign with the birth chart generator. Following Jupiter's own sign. In Sagittarius, Jupiter takes leaps of faith to expand the horizons and seeks active, experiential adventures. Jupiter's move into this cardinal Earth sign signifies the planet's fall in classical astrology, which means it's an awkward fit. Jupiter is about joy, good luck and the path to expansion. In Capricorn, Jupiter sobers up and gets serious, and growth comes from well-thought-out plans, rather than spontaneous impulses. But Jupiter Capricorn has a quiet confidence that others sense is trustworthy. Instead of reckless leaps, she makes thoughtful steps to make dreams a concrete reality. This transit inspires us to create a lasting legacy from our visions. It supports building enduring structures, often coming out of existing models from history or experience. Jupiter in Capricorn says, "Show me the money," before committing to a scheme. This Jupiter puts the focus on the steps, leading to a successful final result. In this way, it's a transit that encourages fiscal restraint and the pursuit of stability in proven ways. Jupiter's element is Earth in Capricorn, and there's an instinct to fortify within, as well as without. Earth sign Jupiter is a magnetizer, drawing in what it wants, and continuing to cultivate from a home base. Making something of what you've learned. Jupiter in Capricorn stirs up the motivation to create tangible structures. It's a move to find deep roots in the earth for all the knowledge, experience and spiritual wisdom attained in Sagittarius. This Jupiter finds faith through its mastery of the densest plane of existence, the physical. It's a transit that lends qualities of patience, discipline, endurance, and confidence in real power to create. In Capricorn, Jupiter has a cool certainty that keeps its energies harnessed on a worthwhile goal. It's a time when big dreams can be put into form and given the chance to slowly come to fruition. Capricorn is the authority and teacher. Ruled by Saturn, it's a sign aware of limitations, which can lend a seriousness to its focus. The goat wants to deal in the real world and challenge itself to climb those steep mountains of life. In Capricorn, Jupiter's generosity comes through its lessons of self-reliance. This Jupiter inspires the creation of structures that can be sustained and make communities self-reliant. It draws on what's worked in the past to create what will work for the future. Jupiter in Capricorn encourages us to commit to our visions and make them real. Its heavy weight can be a grounding influence, like a big pack on the Sherpa's back. It keeps us focused on each step, on the long path to completion. Anything worthwhile takes effort, and this Jupiter wants us to experience the sweetness of that kind of success. The hard-won kind. The goat knows that with careful, determined steps, it will make it to the top of the mountain eventually. Don't judge a book by its cover. Jupiter Capricorns can fool anyone into thinking they are too serious. On the other hand, everyone will want to know them better, because they have a facial expression that inspires curiosity. Others may not realize, but under their reserved mask, these guys are funny and enjoyable, but for them to unravel this, someone needs to know them better first. Their sense of humor is dark and fast-paced. And they won't mind cracking a joke when everyone is feeling down and needs this type of entertainment. Not to mention they will always be the ones who say what others are only thinking. Jupiter will help them take advantage of any situation. Those who judge books by their covers will think of Jupiter Capricorns that they are nasty and mean. But people who will take their time to meet them will see how their dry humor can put a smile on anyone's face. All in all, these guys will make a good first impression. Conservative and ethical, they can think outside the box and come up with good ideas from time to time. Just like Jupiter Virgos, they are organized and hardworking. When it comes to money, they will always know how to make them. While working for themselves, They will create opportunities for others as well. It sometimes feels like Jupiter Capricorns take all the knowledge and wisdom of Sagittarius, the neighboring sign, and use it in a more efficient way. Jupiter helps these natives deal with the physical realm in a more interesting way. With this planet's help, they will have more patience, confidence, and endurance in their creative processes. They will be focused to make their dreams come true slowly and gradually. They will always use their past experiences to build for the future. Their visions will be made a reality because they are determined. Jupiter Capricorns focus to complete what they have in mind step by step. They will want to reap the rewards after sustained effort, Jupiter making this experience sweeter. These people will always succeed in completing their projects. Jupiter and Capricorn man. The man with Jupiter in Capricorn is very cautious, but not all of the time. Modest and not at all high maintenance, he can be influenced by Jupiter to want a lot of money and power. And all these things can impede someone from thinking clearly. But this type of attitude will also create all kind of enjoyable and funny moments for him to remember all of his life. When it comes to love, this guy is cautious. He takes his time to discover a person, just like he does with everything else in life. He couldn't be himself if he wouldn't calculate all the advantages and disadvantages of a situation. Jupiter and Capricorn woman. The Jupiter Capricorn woman gets along well with everyone. She will be a good friend of the LGBT community. This lady is determined and will always get what she wants. With Jupiter in her sign, she's sociable and fun, so there's no way in the world her partner will stop this lady from making new friends. Her confidence will make her seem the sexiest woman in the world. Everything society expects from a woman will be met by the Jupiter Capricorn lady. Not too rebellious, she will still be expressive and come up with progressive ideas. Jupiter's influence will bring her hope when people will not be too responsive and comforting. Among others, Jupiter controls abundance and wealth, so this means our lady knows how to invest and spend her money. Her partner will appreciate her for all of this, and her efforts will always get a satisfying response. But if she'll become frustrated by any matter, borrowing some optimism from Jupiter will be very helpful.